Metro Police says these are the moments leading up to the death of 22-year-old Dallas Barrett. A video that continues to haunt his mother nearly a year later.
He's yelling, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." People, bystanders are saying, "Get off of him, he can't breathe." You know, people are begging to call 911.
This video taken in August of 2021 after witnesses say that Barrett got into a fight with security guards at Whiskey Row. A Davidson County grand jury indicted 7 men, including 6 Whiskey Row employees. This on charges of reckless homicide and aggravated assault.
4 out of those 6 guards were unlicensed.
Tennessee's Department of Commerce and Insurance gave the downtown bar a $26,000 fine, $12,000 for operating without a qualifying manager for over a year, $10,000 for employing 2 security guards for over 5 months, each without appropriate registration, and $4,000 for employing 2 other guards without proper registration.
Do you feel like that's the right amount?
No. I mean, no amount of civil fine is ever going to bring my child back.
Lead trainer at Academy of Personal Protection and Security, Blaze Lane, he said he can't comment on this specific incident, but he says in general, unlicensed guards have disadvantages.
Whenever they have fear ruling their judgment, they tend to act irrationally. They tend to do things that they wouldn't have otherwise had they had the proper training. Maybe they had stepped out of a situation or have de-escalated it.
We reached out to Whiskey Row for comment on this matter, and they tell us they paid the fine back in February of this year and that the matter is, quote, closed.
And Mrs. Barrett tells me that she wants to see the complete unedited version from Whiskey Row. She says she wants to see from the point that her son entered the bar to the point that he left on a stretcher.
And this Ukrainian mother of 2 forced to leave everything behind, including her husband, due to Russia's invasion. But now that she's reunited with her sister here in Middle Tennessee, she and her 2 young children have a safe place to sleep. That's great. Today, though, she fought back tears, telling me that she wants nothing more than to one day be able to safely return to Ukraine.
If you have air raid sirens or any other danger, it's so hard to move with kids. That's why she had to move out of the country.
Olesha O'Brien says her sister, Oksana Herhaluk, fled southwest Ukraine near the Romanian border with her 1- and 2-year-old exactly a week ago today.
They destroyed our city. They killed our children.
Their mom and dad are also still living in the war-torn country. The man in this family photo is Herhaluk's husband. He stayed behind to fight for Ukraine's sovereignty.
My husband is in a Russian's list to killed. It's like Russians have a kill list in each local area of Ukraine to kill all those activists that fight for Ukraine to be as a free country.
Her baby shirt says, "Dad taught me to be brave. Mom taught me to be strong." Tonight, this mom remaining resilient during a period of uncertainty.
In Ukrainian, it's our life. We built a house for our family. And we don't know what will be with us. Because Russian Federation, Putin wants to kill us, all Ukraine.
Are you hopeful that you'll be able to go back to Ukraine one day?
Yes, I hope. I really want to come back to Ukraine because I love my country.
Sharing a message of hopefulness that one day soon they'll all be reunited to capture many more family photos.
This was Dr. Brian McMurray's 43rd trip to Ukraine, and as soon as the Nashville area doctor found out what was happening in the country he cared about so much, he knew he had to take a risk and help.
That's the sound of air raid sirens in Vinnytsia, the Ukrainian city where Dr. Brian McMurray stayed for a few days.
I know maybe theoretically I should be afraid, but I never was.
Dr. McMurray practices in Nashville, but is also the Ukrainian ambassador for the American College of Emergency Physicians. After knowing his friends in Ukraine wanted him to come and help, he needed the okay from his wife.
She would get a little anxious, of course, and not necessarily happy per se that I was leaving. But this time she said, "You want to go, don't you?"
Right now, Dr. McMurray says getting medical supplies to these military and civilian hospitals is what's needed most. He helped coordinate that effort. But when I asked him if there's a family story that will stick with him forever, he had trouble finding the right words.
I can't tell you just one thing. My heart's been torn by this trip. I've been here so many times to Ukraine that I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing this. My heart is broken, but I'm more determined than ever.
Dr. McMurray says the greatest gift he could give, trying to be a warm and loving presence.